Hi there, my name is John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text. We tie them to the garage, or not to the garage, something in the garage, kids' room, maybe the junk drawer, or the Dollar Tree. And this is for the narrative lectionary, and we're looking at Galatians. And this is part of Paul's call story, or at least where he gives us a little more a glimpse again into the call story. And the item I'm using has to do with calling. It's a phone. Actually, this is what they call at the Dollar Tree the talkback phone. And I love it because you talk into it like this, and I can hear myself talk. Hello there, John. It's good to hear your voice. I guess that's my radio announcer voice. Hello. It's good to see you. I see you here, but I'm talking to you. Now, the reason I saw this, and I was like, oh, it fits surprisingly or strangely, surprisingly well, because Paul talks about how he's been called as one out of time, if you will, where he never met Jesus face to face, yet he was called by Jesus. And there is the question throughout Paul's calling whether he actually has been called. And sometimes people could be thinking that he's just been talking to himself. And that's where this idea that he's got a call, but there's that question about, is Paul really called? Are you really called? John, are you really called? So, using this, talking about that, about how there's that question, and about how, well, Paul points out one of the ways that you can tell that he's been called, and that's that change in action. That when Paul was been called, he was persecuting the church, killing Christians, and the change is tremendous. And there's this change in action, and as he moves and as he's been called to do this. And so like Paul being called, I'm going to pull this down because I want to see where, so the change in his actions speak loudly. And this, again, when we are called to love in service and outwardly by the way we respond to one another and to the stranger, and that our love and our call is seen in that way. But I really wanted to look at how Paul responds and to talk more about that character of Paul. And so this is the way that I think. It's one way we can go about it. Yep. Do you agree with me? Oh yeah? Okay. If you can't find one of these, another way of doing it is taping two rolls together, or 3 toilet paper rolls together, or things like that. But that's the springboard for this Sunday. I hope it can be useful for you in your children's sermon prep as a springboard for yourself. And as always, I'm so grateful for your partnership in this ministry. I hope you are doing well. You are in my prayers, and God's blessings be on you, and as we move forward and continue pressing on. So, all right, peace, and we will see you next week.